Okay, so Tyrone Magnus, I still can't believe it. I guess he's back to watching wrestling. That came from out of nowhere. I'm not talking about the clips and things like I watch, because like I said, I hardly watch myself, but I watch clips, knows a little bit what's going on. Like this here, when they beat down, or not just beat him down, jacked him for his Jordans, like this is 1990. How about that? And left him beaten on the ground. Boy, I was totally surprised. Like the video he made years and years ago. He made a couple of videos. One where he just was like, he looked like he was just wore out. He's like, can't do it anymore. I'm finished with it. And another one, and he was like, it was funny. He's like, let me be perfectly clear. I could give a flying Rey Mysterio about wrestling or something like that. It was funny. So I remember I reacted to both of them. I think he made a third one too. Because it looked like folks was getting on his nerves. But I wasn't sweating about it. But like I know some of his past, like the older wrestler videos, they were funny. How he was breaking down, which I agree with him. He's talking about the Cena stuff. He's not better than Bret Hart. He's not better than Macho Man. He's not, oh, that's what it was. Yeah, somebody said that Macho Man. Cena was a better wrestler than Macho Man. Yeah. All right. That's what it was. And he brought up like all the guys. He brought up Perfect, Bulldog, Rude, anybody you could think of around that time. Michaels. Yeah, he brought them all up. So yeah, I was surprised started watching. Like I know he can't like watch because like he said he's done with the reaction thing because even if it's he said even if it's just audio clip, so they get sore about that now. Audio or what do they call it? Sound effect or sound bites. So yeah, I'm gonna go back and look. At that one video because he looked like he had enough. But the other two, I remember seeing that more than once. Yeah. It was something about WrestleMania. I think it was when Kofi had won the belt from Bryan. I think that's what it was. Yeah. He said okay. He said he looked at a piece of it. That's what it was. He said I think he said that's cool. You know, Kofi won the belt, but he was just like this. Okay, and then he said he went back to whatever he was doing. He said he just wasn't. I'm surprised, but I'm wondering what got him back started though. Because I know he said because he had a picture. He was at SummerSlam, so he already knows about Lesnar coming back. So he's probably not gonna even talk about that now. And then he knows about the Cena being the bad guy, which that didn't even look right or work out, and some other things. Then this new Rollins Paul Heyman group here. I guess they're not the Dangerous Alliance. They're called something else. Still don't know what they're called. But yeah, well, I'm gonna check out the that video though. He said I know it's years and years old now. He said that he had stopped watching. Check out that video. I guess revisit it. Yeah, that's the word, revisit it. Why I stopped watching? Remember it's almost 11 minutes. I don't know if I'm gonna watch this whole thing, but yeah, I'm trying to remember because yeah, because he looked like he was just done. He was just tired of it. But let's check this out. I'm trying to remember, 6 years old now. when he had this intro, he probably was still into it then.
Why I don't watch WWE anymore. First and foremost, I'll say I have nothing against any other wrestling organization, whether it's, I don't know, New Japan or whoever it is. I never watched any other wrestling anyway. And no, I don't feel like watching every brand that you guys are about to mention that I should watch. You all say I should watch them and they're the best and yada, yada, yada. Ain't got time for it no more. I have no more interest in wrestling and watching wrestling. I tell you, one of the worst things that could have happened was WCW being bought by WWE. Now that I think about it. But they needed some real good competition, which is what they don't have.
Okay, now this is 6 years ago. He said bought in WCW. If WCW was still there, the guys that they have or had, they're old. Not to be funny, but they're old men now. They were probably in their late 50s. I mean, late 40s, early 50s. Yeah. And then like AJ Styles and Elix Skipper and those guys, they be the veterans now. AJ Paris, Air Paris. Yeah, they be the veterans now. And since then, early 2000s, TNA and now AEW is what, 4 or 5 years old. I know they probably say, oh, AEW, neither one is competition, and now TNA is working with WWE, so I don't even know that. Yeah, they can't even call that now. But the point is, it's good that there is more than one wrestler. But yeah, but you could tell at the time, the dude just had enough. Yeah. Because like I remember a lot of people were saying the same thing. Okay, every week, hoping the show would get better. I remember folks was complaining about, I think this was after this, but the guest host thing. Then after the guest host, it was the Authority. And after the Authority, I can't remember what was after that, but yeah.
But anyway, the reason why I don't watch it anymore is because I lost interest over time, and you guys saw it. Remember, almost 7 years ago, I started this channel as a wrestling talk channel, and I would review Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. I would review the pay-per-views. I would react to certain matches or the whole thing. You know what I mean? I was just finding my way in YouTube and everything. And I eventually started doing other things in YouTube, as you all know. And the first inklings of me starting to not enjoy the product was the whole push of John Cena.
Yep.
People.
But that's the other thing too. I was gonna say before I forget. They say sometime you go back to what got it started. Like he's going back to the wrestling. I've been back to the wrestling, but like just clips. But still, they say regardless that you're back. And I said, some people can't. They don't care if it's a 5-minute clip. You're watching it. But it's more like just me watching like interview clips and stuff. That's not even wrestling right there. And like matches, you watch something here and there, but rarely. And then some of the matches I watched weren't even WWE. It was independent stuff. Like I told you, Brooke Valentine. And before she went to AEW, what's the girl's name? Willow. Stuff like that.
His face, shoving him down your throat. People complained about it for years. Bruce Splits and a lot of other people that talk wrestling.
Oh yeah. Pausing a lot. I ran across him one time about 2-3 weeks ago. I know the video was old now, but he made his first wrestling video in probably 8 or 10 years. Yeah, that was something. I was surprised to see that. But yeah, Bruce, boy, he had his foot on Cena's neck. He was getting fed up with it because they were wearing them out. like I told you, even dude. I mean, sometimes he backtracked, but even said you know, the Cena thing was getting old. Like I said, talked about this 2 or 3 times. Okay, went to Walmart one day, and it had the Cena DVD was right there. And it's like, why don't you? That's your boy. Why don't you pick him up? He's like, nah, you see him enough. I'm like, so there you go. So no point in buying a DVD.
You can like him. You can hate the character. It's up to you. If you like him, it really is more power to you, like Bruce Blitz said, because it's like, you like him. If he's being pushed in your face, wow. The more the better, I guess. You know what I mean?
They tried it with Reigns. Didn't work.
I hated how the storylines were going, how a lot of things just weren't going right. Like, certain characters that you knew should be pushed, and they would kill them. You know, just assassinate certain characters.
Yeah.
You know, it was just like, you saw so many characters come in with potential, and they wouldn't do nothing with them. Wrestler after wrestler after wrestler after wrestler. And I just, you know, that was bothering me. Pushing John Cena down your throat. That was bothering me.
Frustrating.
And I was on the Roman Reigns bandwagon when he first, when he first started pushing him. I actually had no problem with the pushing of that character. And I think when everything got fucked up was when he got hurt and he had that hernia. And as soon as he came back from the hernia, storyline wise and in reality, he started being pushed again. And before it felt more organic, at least to me, but I noticed that people were hating him. And at first I didn't see it, but then the more I watched, I noticed, and I was just like, hey, wait a minute, he just came back. Why all of a sudden is he being pushed so hard? And I'm like, people nowadays are smarter with wrestling and, what the show itself is. You know what I mean? So they understand storylines, but they also understand backstage and politics and business-wise what the company is doing, who they're putting their stock in. They get it. If they don't like it, they let you know. It's a different time than it was in the 80s or even in the 90s, man. It's a different time with wrestling.
Yeah, you can't change the fans' mind. Like when they're coming out there booing, they're gonna stay booing and they mean it, and that's it. Then they gotta filter and put some fake crowd cheering in there. Know about that? That's they said they said they got smart to that. They said that shit ain't working and trying to fix it up and make it sound good. Know about that? They said they wanted that those fans were brutal. They weren't having it.
And it was just the way, things just got cornier and cornier for me. And I'm WWE to the heart, but I just fell out of love with the product. I don't want to watch it anymore. I don't watch it anymore. The last thing I did, I
6 years ago,
out the Ronda Rousey and Charlotte match.
Scarlett.
And
yeah, she been gone.
Daniel Bryan, Brock Lesnar match, which I thought sucked. That was it. I don't care what's going on Raw. I don't care what's going on SmackDown. I heard about Evolution being reunited. I didn't care. And that, I tell you that, when people told me that and I didn't care, I knew there was really a shift in how I felt about wrestling and everything. I got a homeboy that wrestles, and I still love wrestling as an art form, as a show, you know what I mean? But as far as WWE goes, and I don't watch anything else, so, I already know in this video, right in the comment section, look for it, guys, look for it. There's going to be a bunch of people telling me, watch this one, or watch that one, or watch this one. Or there's going to be people in the comment section trying to tell me, hey, well, this is about to happen, so you should start watching again. Hey, I don't care, guys. I don't. I don't. You want to know? Instead of being an enthusiast about wrestling, I am now super casual. In other words, if I were to get a message saying, hey, Stone Cold's going to be on tonight, I might, and I say might, think about watching that Raw or SmackDown. Oh, Stone Cold's supposed to make an appearance. Okay. You know what I'm saying? People have told me about The Undertaker making appearances and all this stuff going on with Shawn Michaels and Triple H. I didn't watch none of that stuff. Apparently they had more matches inside. I didn't watch none of it.
Wow. Yeah, in the other video I remember he said, and he wasn't even being funny. He said, the Warrior can come back and rise up from the ground. He said that ain't gonna get it. He said but this one he just was tired. He just had enough. Like he hardly even wanted to be bothered with this conversation. Yeah, he really had enough. Seriously. But again, this video is almost 7 years old right now.
I'm surprised Undertaker's still going. I love him to death. I'm surprised he's still going. Somebody sent me like 4 or 5 links the other day, and I told him, I said, stop spamming me right now. Because he was about to get banned. He sent me all this stuff about The Rock coming back.
That ain't even going to do it.
Maybe I'll watch that. I mean, to me, he's probably, somewhere between him, Stone Cold, Flair, Hogan.
Oh, yeah.
Goldberg.
He was watching a little back before this, because I remember, I think he did the reaction to him. He had to have the headset on, because, they got to be careful. When Rock went back to the Hollywood Rock. Yeah, so I think he was watching them, but he wasn't, but he's watching more now than even then. So I remember I was surprised he had switched the music back, because I think some fans was like, imagine if he got the Hollywood Rock music back. Next thing you know, he comes back to it. That was the roughest thing you seen. I was like, I didn't think they were going to bring that back.
Warrior, Undertaker. They're all like my favorites right there. You know what I mean? Like super favorites. He's a person I would watch for, but even with them telling me that, like, I feel like a lot of me don't care about it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I've been beaten down as a fan, And look, I get it. WWE, if your product is going in a particular direction, you can't please everybody. And I'm one of the people you can't please. There's a big fan base that's just like me that don't watch anymore.
Yeah, that's good enough right there. Yeah, you could tell he had just had enough. Okay, and then like I said, because dude, I still say he got lucky. 15 years. I'm talking about Cena now. 15 years of Cena. And they said they tried to make new stars and it wasn't working. I was like, they say, okay, I remember all of it. Okay, Lesnar left. I think he was trying football, and then he really enjoyed the UFC. Kurt was gone. Kurt went to TNA. They had him on ECW first, that was crazy. He left, and then by the time Kurt got back, he wasn't Kurt. Then they had just Batista, Orton, and Cena, and so yeah, that was it. And like I said, they have one for SmackDown, one for Raw. And I think Batista, he was tied up with Triple H, and then and the Cena just wore him out. Now, folks wasn't carrying on and booing in 04 or 05, because 04 was still he was still a Thugonomics character. But then by 06, 07, it was like, all right, now that 1 year, he was beating everybody. That was getting sickening. I remember that. Yeah, but they had enough, boy. Just like Magnus had enough. Yeah, but yeah, 2025. Be surprised. He is back watching. Not like bits and pieces. He's watching more than me now. He's about watching the whole thing. Didn't think of back to it, but yeah, that is something.